I did my research question on the effects of global warming and whether we can reverse them or not. I figured that climate change is such an issue, and we're already seeing a whole lot of problems dealing with climate issues, that I thought it'd be great to touch on this subject. It's no secret that global warming is an issue, and that planet is warming at an alarming rate from the North Pole to the South Pole, and the world is already taking a hit from rising temperatures. The heat is melting glaciers and sea ice, along with putting animals on the move. Can we as a whole planet reverse the detrimental effects of global warming? And I have a list down here and talk about why this is important. So there are multiple studies in scientific journals that specifically correlate humans to the main cause of climate change due to high CO2 emissions, which that has been going on since the early 1900s. And so, because we are responsible, it is our duty to do what we can to save the earth from damage that we have already caused. If we don't take care of the one place that we call home, we can ultimately destroy everything. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that, even though they may not be feeling the effects right now, that they will most likely feel the effects later, and it will affect them. So it's important to be educated on this. And temperatures will continue to rise, and more droughts and heat waves and hurricanes will be more intense. Sea levels will rise, and Arctic will be more than likely become ice-free, causing a shift in species, plant, and animal in that area. And I have a picture in the top right that shows a graph of millions of plants and animals that face extinction due to climate change. And a lot of the ones that are hit most are the flatter lands, because it's easier for animals to move into higher elevation with places that obviously aren't flat. So they have a better chance of survival. The consensus is, from looking at multiple studies, it can all be agreed that humans are the main contributor to global warming. But views differ on if the effects can be reversed. Some studies suggest it can, and some suggest it's nearly impossible. The problem is that everyone has to participate in this, otherwise it will not work. This can also be costly, and politics have a lot to play in this role, because cutting down on the use of fossil fuels is a must, therefore causing a rift in the oil industry. And that's how a lot of money is made, so that would be very difficult to cut on. And the conclusion is that there will always be uncertainty in understanding a system as complex as the world's climate. But the fact is, we would need an immediate cut of around 60 to 70% globally, and continued further cuts over time. We'd have to drop total global emissions to zero now and for the rest of the century, just to lower the concentrations enough to stop temperatures from rising. And that isn't to reverse, that is literally just to make the temperature stop rising. And this isn't to reverse, it's just stopping the temperature from rising, which, like I said, is nearly not possible, and if it is, it's going to cost a lot of money. So basically, we can't reverse the effects of global warming, but we can do better at causing the temperature to rise at a much slower rate.